Morning guys, Matt, Pinnacle Angling. It's been a while. The last time I seen you I was holding a big taupe in my hands on Bristol North Channel. But today is a little bit different. Today we're looking for some flatfish and maybe some gummy sharks. So I'm still looking for a blonde to finish off my 2024 Bristol Channel Grand Slam. And SULLY Island is as good a place to do it as any. The island is right next to the Sandspit, which we all know is a famous venue for fishing for the blonde rays. The reason I prefer to fish SULLY Island over the Sandspit, number one, I think it's better for species. I just do. I've always had better success on SULLY Island than I have on the Sandspit. And number two, you get longer on the island. The causeway opens up, like the causeway is completely open now, and I'm 4 hours before, what am I, no, 3.5 hours before low water. So ideally I would have been here a little bit earlier, but I've been waiting for batteries to charge, and so I put myself a little bit behind this morning. But as you can see, look at that. It is absolutely flat calm. We got a little bit of a northeast westerly, but where I'm going on the monkey pole today now, I'm not going to feel any of that wind. So it's fingers crossed for a decent day. Right, as always, I'm not going to waffle on for too much. I'll show you some nice scenery, and it is some nice scenery around here. Hopefully I'll get some nice air shots here, and then hopefully we can get into the fish. See you soon. Right, well, we've got one bait in the water. Standard fishing today. It's going to be big baits, hopefully trying to catch big fish. But as usually happens on this channel, when I talk a big game, it doesn't come along. So I've still got some 3-hook flappers, and if we need to, there'll be some small sand deal going out on the 3-hook flapper, just to try and save us. But yeah, the weather is perfect. It's a bit overcast, which I'm happy with. Mainly because I left my drink in the car and I don't want to get beaten up by the sun. So out there now, predator pulley rig, 3-hook predator hooks, whole anchovy and half a squid. So It's a nice substantial bait, hopefully. A nice substantial fish will take it. I've had a couple of little rattlers on it, which says to me there's something small out there just sucking away. But what we'll do now, we'll get the other rod set up. Probably going to go with the double sand eel and squid on that one. On my way down, I just stopped off in Tony's in Tackle to pick up some anchovies, squid and eels. So if you're in and around that area, definitely pop in, see Tony, and he'll be able to help you out with any tackle or bait related stuff you want to get hold of. Right, let's get the next one ready. Right guys, Pinnacle dongle rig, 6 ounce lead, double sand eel and squid. Let's send it. Some shape. It's not the comfiest. Okay, so the left hand rod, guys, double sand eel squid on a dongle, and it's having a couple of nice little pullovers. Because it's a dongle and I'm not 100% sold on rays with dongles, I'm going to let it go for a little bit just to make sure that it's swallowed the whole bait and the hook on top of the bait is connected with the fish. So I don't know why I'm not sold on them completely yet, because better anglers than me use them on a regular basis and have fantastic results. But it's just hard for me to get out of my head that I'm taking away the bottom hook. It was a nice pull down as well, so this is why I'm assuming it's a ray. Yeah, he's still there, so I'm going to pull it in, and fingers crossed we're into the first fish of the session. Fish. Now that hasn't been out long, so I'm going to chuck another sand eel on it and get it back out. Disappointing, isn't it? Right, unfortunately the dongle didn't hook into the fish. Now, I'm not saying the dongle doesn't work, right? It clearly does. I've had great success with it on hound fishing. I've caught other fish on it as well. But for me, for some reason, the dongle doesn't seem to want to work when I'm catching rays. I've seen other people catch rays on dongles, not a problem. For me, for some reason, the dongle doesn't seem to want to work. So we're going to go back to a polypenna with 2 Pinnacle Predator hooks, baited with 3/4 of an anchovy and half a squid. Hopefully that will get us in to a fish. But it's a good sign because at least we can see the fish are biting, the fish are there, the fish are feeding. So I'll come down through the head, out through the eye, lay the line down along the body, and then bind it on with elastic to form a big sausage, a big fish sausage. Oh, we got a kayaker. How you doing, mate? You okay? So, as this coming out, pen will hook down. Don't know if he's going to lasso himself on my line now. Yep, there we go. A couple of twists around, up, down, out. Pull the line tight. So I'm going to nip the anchovy just behind the eyes, same as you would with the sand eel, just so it releases the extra scent, and then we're going to get that in the water, and hopefully it's going to be fish bait. Big bait, hopefully big fish. Let's get them up there. So the zoom isn't great on the GoPro, but I'm hoping you can see my guy on a kayak by here. But then if you look further east, you can start to see the sand spit opening up. There's somebody already walking in the water to cast out. So today's tide is 11.8 Cardiff scale, and they're building. So it's definitely a big enough tide for the sand spit to open up. But as I said to you on the way over the causeway, only now the sand spit is opening up. I've already been fishing for an hour. I'll also be able to fish for about an hour and a half after the sand spit closes up. So this is why for me I prefer to fish SULLY Island than I do Surrey sandspit. Here we go, it's another bite on the sand eel and squid on the donga. I'm not rushing it. I don't think I could take another hard break. But the fish are definitely there and they're definitely feeding. Gentle flick, 100 yards out, hopefully that's a fish. Well, here we go. It isn't a target species, it is the humble dogfish taking on the bottom hook of a Pinnacle predator, and hopefully this is the only one we catch today. But yeah, that's fallen to anchovy and squid. The other rod has got sand eel and squid, so I'm going to rebait this now, get it back out. It's a nice little tide line appearing out there, so I'm going to try and just drop it in inside there. The spit is nearly fully open now for the size tide it is, and there's a boat. It's been out there since I've got here, so next time I come on, yeah, I'm going to do a video over on Weed Island over there. It's a brilliant little mark, great for eels and stuff, but it's a little bit more snaggy than what it is by here on a monkey pole. But yeah, let's get this little woofer back and get a fresh bait in the water. Right, I don't know if you can make it out on the camera, but about 50, 60 yards out, there's a nice little tide line, assuming it's coming from around the back of the island and things. So I'm going to try and just plonk it in by there. I don't know if it'll make a difference, I don't know if it'll help us out, but we'll give it a go. Boom! Straight in the middle. Now if that's not worth a fish, I don't know what is. I don't know if something will pick the bait up, trip the lead, come round with the tide, but there's a lot of bouncing. The line is now going out to Steeple. Oh. It is a ratchet set, so if something does run off with it, it's not going to pull my rod in, I'll pull my stand over. Look at how this sun is going to make me sneeze now. Bless me. Show you around to the sand spit there, right? Because the sand spit, as you can see now, it's nice and open. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people I can see on there, and I don't know if you can make it out, but in the middle of the sand spit it looks like there's a river running through it. So what happens, and this is why you've got to be really careful fishing the sand spit, especially if you've never been there. The tide floods in, right, from right to left in front of you as you come in, But this water that comes around the island and into the bay, that also floods in from behind as well. So if you're not careful, you'll get cut off on the sandspit, because the water will come in from behind you, the water comes in from in front of you, and then before you know it, you've got both sides of you, and then you're in a bit of a bother. So yeah, if you're going to go to the sandspit, make sure you employ the services of a guide. There's a very good one in South Wales. His name's Gareth Griffiths. There's also Jansen Tickle as well, who he does very well. But these venues, like today where I am, Sully Island, if you've never been here before, do not come on your own. I've been coming here for a good few years, so I know the dangers. I know my way up, I know my way down, I know my way off, I know how long I can stay here before I get cut off. So I know and understand the risks before I come here, so on my own. It's never ideal to fish here on your own, because if something happens, you're in a bit of a bother. So but yeah, if you're new, I have been thinking about doing a beginner's guide to sea fishing, like proper basic, the fixed spool reels, multiplier reels, rods, beach casters, contis, the difference in hooks, baits, what you can hope to catch with certain stuff. So if that's something you think that you'd benefit from, different bait apps, different thing, then let me know down in the comments, because I might do a series. I'm always looking for new ways to try and do my content. I don't want to just do my content being a video, here's a fish. I want it to be informative, I want it to be interactive, I want people to actually enjoy and have an input into what I do and put on camera. So yeah, don't go places on your own unless you know the area, and if you don't, employ a guide, somebody who can show you safely and can tell you exactly what you need and exactly what you're going to have to do to be safe. Fishing doesn't have to be an expensive game. It can be a really expensive game. Like you can spend spend 300, 400, 500, 600 pound on rods, right? You can spend anywhere between 80 to, you see some reels now, 300, 400 quid. So it can be as expensive as you want it to be. But personally, the two bits of equipment that I really would not scrimp on: footwear and headlamp. I really wouldn't, because it's great. You can buy an Amazon headlamp, you can buy one off Amazon, and it'll cost you a tenner, and then it's a million lumen. Well, it doesn't last 10 minutes. You know, you need to buy a headlamp which they're relatively expensive, but they're going to last 4, 5, 6 hours. You know, and ones which come with a spare battery, so then you've got 10 hours worth of headlamp. You know, so, and footwear, don't scrimp on footwear, honestly. Ideally, I would have 2 sets of something, you know, something with studs, something without studs. But that's just my opinion. There might be others out there who feel differently, and that's fine. Sea fishing is a game of opinion. What works for one person might not work for somebody else. But yeah, it'd be nice if everybody just got along. Well, it's just as I thought. These little rig wreckers, culprits for the missed bites. Been plagued by them since the start of the session, since the first cast. So still, it's 2 fish, 2 species. Gonna get this one unhooked, get him back. I've also got the 3-hook flapper out there now with the single sand eels, which have been getting smashed with bites since it's been out. So I'm hoping I can get something else on there. And then fingers crossed we can finish off on the flood with a nice ray. Preferably a busty blonde. Let's get him back. Right, here we go. 3-hook clipped. 3 small sand eel. It's not going out far, but I can guarantee you I'm going to have a bite on this cast. There's just no way. Double kill. The rig wrecker and a crab. There we are. Another rig wrecker and a crab. So I think that's it now. I'm done fishing for that. We've got some more species. We've got some more fish. I'm going to, for the last hour and a half now, going to go back to the big baits and see if the incoming tide is bringing in some nice blondes or any ray that might be hungry for some anchovy and squid. There we go. Swells in. Well, you know, I was saying that the rod I cast out with the crab, the line was bouncing up, and it was either something had picked it up and gone, or something had tripped my lead. Well, it was this beautiful hound. Didn't really put up much of a fight on the way in, not until we got about 30 yards out, and then I started thinking that's staying deep. Then it gave a couple of head shakes and I was thinking that's a bass, and then his fin come out and this beautiful hound. He's not big, he's only about, I don't know, 6.5, 7 pound, but still. Today we put a crab bait out for a hound. We caught it. We put some baits out down in the side to see what the little rig wreckers were doing. We caught them. The only tactic we've used today, which hasn't come to fruition yet, is the one for the rays. So I'm hoping the last hour and a half we're going to nail a hat trick and get the ray we'd after. But here we go, look at this. The Pinnacle circle hook, straight in the lip. And this is not the circle hook that was on the website. This is the circle hook now. I've had some samples from a new factory, and this is one of the samples, the pre-production hooks that I'm going to be releasing. They're a thinner gauge wire than the last ones. There's nothing wrong with the originals. As a business owner, I would rather say my product is too strong than too weak, but after listening to the feedback of the Pinnacle anglers, Josh, Luke and Will, also Craig Rosser, I spoke to other anglers when I've been at opens. Bugsy, Joe Arch, Andrew Hutchins all told me the same thing, that the wire diameter was a bit thin. So we're changing supplier, changing factory, and then hopefully they will be landing in a couple of months in multiple sizes. And then look at this, perfect little hound. So yeah, get him unhooked, get a picture with him, because I'm guilty of not doing enough for Instagram. So get a picture with him and then we'll get him back. Fingers crossed, Ray is next. Getting ready to swim away. Nice and strong. Right, unfortunately it wasn't a strong finish to the session, but we still might have something sleeping on this one. I just want to end the video by saying thank you guys. Thank you for watching along. I know I'm guilty of not uploading content as often as I should. I see some other channels breaking sessions down into 2 parts, which maybe that's something I need to start doing. But yeah, don't forget www.pinnacleangling.co.uk for all your sea angling needs. And guys, let's just try and get along.